Hi, welcome back to my channel Skill Set Go and welcome to Java programming tutorial. In this video we will learn what is class and object in Java and how they can create and use them. So in every object oriented programming, the object is declared or blueprinted using a class, and object is a instance of this class. So let's go to a definition of class and object. So a class is a group of objects which have a common properties, and it is a template or blueprint from which objects are created. So class is a blueprint for the objects, and it is just a logical entity. Class is just a logical entity and it can't be physical. So whenever a class is declared, it is not a physical, it is just a logical entity. If it is an object, object is an instance of the class, an entity that has state and behavior. So object will occupy a memory and it is a physical. So let's create a class. So we will create a class in Java using a class keyword following by class name. Let's write employee and we will write open and close curly braces. So just now we have created a class, but this class doesn't contain any behavior or any fields or any properties. It is just empty class. So we all know that employee has certain states or certain fields like name and salary. So let's declare that inside a class. So string name int salary. So we have created two fields for the employee. One is name and one is salary. And presently there are no values for the name and salary. We should have a entry to change the values for the name and salary, or instantiate a values for the name and salary. So there can be two ways. Either you keep values directly here, or we should have a method to pass the values from outside and instantiate these variables. So we can instantiate directly, or we can have a method, or we can have a constructor. So constructor is basically used to create any instance or any object of a class. So without constructor we can't create an object. So when you are declaring a class, if you are not having a constructor, Java will provide a by default empty constructor. So constructor should have a class name and open and close brackets curly braces. So this is an empty constructor which doesn't have any arguments. So if you are not declaring this constructor, Java will create the same constructor by default. So we can use this constructor to instantiate a values for the name and salary. We can pass a values from outside. String name int age, and we can assign these two values which are passed from outside to these fields of employee. So this argument name and this name is same. So in order to differentiate, we will use this keyword and name equal to name, this age equal to age. Okay, this is salary. So now we have two fields and we have a constructor which is used to instantiate values for the name and salary. So let's try to create an object for this employee. So we can create any number of objects for this employee. Employee has one declaration and it can have collection of objects, any number of objects. Let's create an object. So we can say this is a user defined data type. So you can see string, int, boolean, long, those are all primitive data types, and any class defined in a project, all are called user defined data types. So if you want to create a variable of a data type, we will first use a data type name, then we will write variable name. So in the same way, we will write a user defined data type called employee, and we will name it emp1, and we will use, in order to create an object for this, we will use new keyword followed by a call to the constructor. So presently we have an employee constructor which is having 2 arguments, then we need to use that constructor. So we need to pass a name employee1, and we need to pass salary, let's say 30,000. So now we have created a class. So let's keep this class outside, getting an error. So now we have created an employee class, and we have created an object of that employee class, and we are following passing a values. So we assigned a values, but we don't have an option to print those values or get those values. So we can create a function, name it print, and inside this we can print values. And in order to know the right values assigned to the variables, we can call a print method just now we have created using this object. Now this object has a state and behavior, and we are trying to get the state. Now we are getting a state of this employee object. Let's print. Now let's execute and see the result. We need to get the values which we assigned. So as you can see, we got the values which we have assigned. So this is one instance of the class. And let's provide another method which will change these values. Let's say we will have one more method to change the salary. Set salary, and to this we will pass a new salary, and this new salary will be assigned to the object field salary. Now we will have one more instance of the same class, employee2, new employee2, and we will pass a salary 20,000. And now if we use a print method, we will get the same values what we have assigned for this instance of the class. So now this instance and this instance has independent states and behaviors. If you change the salary, so let's comment this. Now let's try to print this object. Now okay, we have used a same employee1 object. Let's use this object, employee2. So we have got a new instance values. Let's change the state of this employee2. We have a method to change the state, set salary. So we will assign a new salary, and now again we will print the state of the object. The second time we need to get a 50,000, as a salary. So as you can see, first the object state is like this, and the second when we changed the object state is like this. So this is a class and object in Java, and this is how we will create a class which will be having certain fields, and these fields will hold certain values at certain point of time. So in order to create an instance of any class, we need to have a constructor. It can be any constructor, a constructor with no arguments, a constructor with one argument, a constructor with two arguments, or many arguments. And if you don't have any constructor, Java will have a default constructor which is not having any arguments by default. So developer no need to provide a constructor. So if you provide a constructor with two arguments, then you can't use a default constructor. Now Java won't create a default constructor employee with no arguments. So let's try this here. Let's comment all this. And let's remove this constructor. Let's comment this constructor. Now we don't have any constructor, but still we can create an object. Employee emp equal to new employee. So you can see this is a default constructor which is created by Java by default. So using this we are creating an instance. Suppose if we have a constructor, let's revert. Suppose if you have a constructor with two arguments, then Java won't create a default constructor. Now we can't create the employee object using the default constructor. So we will get an error saying the constructor employee is undefined. So now there is no constructor like this because we have created a constructor with two arguments. So we need to use this constructor to create an object, and you can have any number of constructors, and we need to use one of those constructors to create the object for this employee. So this is about class and object. A class is a logical entity and object is a physical entity. I hope you like this video. Please share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.